Fortnite will tease the future in plain sight and literally nobody notices. This happens with collabs, updates, or entire seasons. Now they're doing it again with OG Chapter 2. That's right, Epic Games sent out the first teaser of Fortnite Remix. Not only are we going back to Chapter 2, but we'll get to meet familiar faces along the way, with pins that confirm Meowscles, Midas, and TNTina are coming back. Even the Marvel season was revealed early with an innocent update to the item shop. No one really paid attention to the new orbit wheels because, well, they're just rocket racing stuff, who cares, right? Well, we should probably look at this kind of thing because not only did they look like a familiar villain, but the description hinted it was a look at the future. And so yeah, this foreshadowed Doctor Doom days before the Rig event even happened. Now, one of the most confusing parts about this season has been Fortnite Nightmares. Sure, it's full of amazing horror characters, except for one random crossover. Marshmallow appeared out of nowhere with a Halloween design, and at first we had no idea why this happened. Until you checked the Fortnite Nightmares blog post. It said, "This is only the beginning of the end of year party." Keyword there, party. They were not kidding. Turns out all of this was a teaser for Marshmallow's true return in Fortnite Remix. He even made songs out of content creators' voices and sent it to them for the new season. If you were around earlier in Chapter 5, you'll remember the strangest update. Suddenly, there were lemons all over the map and no one knew why. They were even on Zeus's throne, and usually we'd ignore this, but there was something strange about these. If you interacted with them, you get XP and a small message that asked, "What are these lemons doing here?" If anything, it motivated players to search for a meaning, but sadly, we weren't able to figure it out until half a year later when the mystery was solved. This whole time, the lemons were a reference to the next icon series, Rubius, and of course in a set you could get a free lemon emoticon. Well, that was a pretty niche reference. There was a teaser that Fortnite hid in an attic that scared everyone. Back in Season 2, there was a TV in the underworld that only played static. Okay, well, Fortnite has had broken TVs for like half a decade now, nothing to worry about. Until this story progressed even further. 1 month later, an antique television appeared in Castle Doom's attic with a similar blue screen. It wasn't long before its true intention was revealed. And this TV will go on to become even more important in Fortnite Nightmares.
Hello, do you want to play a game? Huh?
And that wasn't even the most terrifying teaser. Fortnite Nightmares 2019 introduced us to a cute bear named Snugs. Alright, not exactly cute, but they weren't the scariest outfit in the world. That's until we realized it was teasing a more sinister backbling all along. On Halloween, the item shop was updated with Snug's severed head. It is one of the most gruesome cosmetics in Fortnite. And to really dig it in, the description said, "Not so cute anymore." On a lighter note, there was a collab that Fortnite had been teasing for over 2 years. All the way back in Chapter 3, fans noticed a small boat that anyone could easily overlook. Except when you pay close attention to it, it was secretly recreating a scene from Pirates of the Caribbean. We all just assumed it was an Easter egg, nothing more. And for a couple years, that's all it was. Or so we thought. It turns out NPCs talking about black flags and ships on the horizon was enough to bring the foreshadowing into full force as Jack Sparrow went on to join the island in Chapter 5. And some fans were able to get him early by total accident. Turns out, at the start of the season, Fortnite accidentally put the entire Pirates Battle Pass in the shop a month early. Players rushed to buy it before Epic realized their mistake, and as a reward, they let people keep Jack Sparrow if they got him early. The rest of us would have to wait. And did you know Fortnite has multiple tournaments you could enter on a PlayStation starting this week, all offering various cash prizes and skins? As a PlayStation partner, here's what you need to know. Get your duo locked in for October 24th and 25th, where there will be the Zero Build and Battle Royale Duos Cash Cup starting at 8 PM EST. If you can't make one day, you can always hit the next, but Saturday you do not want to miss. There are 7 tournaments happening, and it all kicks off at 1 PM EST. Depending on your rank, you'll get into a different tournament. Whether you're bronze or elite, hop into the build or zero build cup and get 50 points to earn the Ranker's Doombrella glider. It's your final chance to unlock it this season before it's gone for good. Once you're warmed up after the first tournament, at 8 PM EST, the Reload Duos Cash Cup starts if you prefer fast-paced reboot action to get the win. At 10:30 EST, you'll need one more player for the Trios Cash Cup, so make sure you plan with your friends accordingly, as it's the final one you'll be able to play. Thanks again to PlayStation for partnering with us. Click the link in the description or the top comment to learn more, but now back to the video. But Epic's biggest way of revealing the future is by straight up emailing it to everyone. I'm not joking, they send out thousands of surveys to players, and most of the time it includes concept art for hundreds of unreleased skins. Usually not a problem, because concepts don't always get made. Except time and time again, these are unreleased Battle Pass skins. And just recently, Fortnite accidentally showed off the theme of Chapter 6 by including a ton of samurai and Japanese-themed outfits in a survey. Sometimes when Fortnite reveals what's coming, it's not always the future of the game. They recently spoiled an entire movie. I'll explain. During this year's Halloween update, they announced a new collaboration with Venom 3. Except when players took a look at this set, it had two characters no one really expected, She-Venom and Agony. They're nowhere to be found in the movie's trailers, and there's been zero rumors about them, causing fans to realize Epic messed up. It's like when movie characters get spoiled because of merch, but this time it's Fortnite skins. And they made the same mistake just a few months ago with Deadpool 3. Of course, they could have passed on the opportunity to bring Deadpool and Wolverine back to the shop. And when they did, the bundle was full of references to the film. Just the problem here is, the movie wasn't out yet, and guess who one of the backblings was? Headpool, a character no one knew was coming. I think a teaser we could all appreciate is one hiding in plain sight, like in Chapter 3, when we hopped into a car and realized the Icon radio had a secret update. In the past, we've seen cameos happen from Nick A30 to Typical Gamer, but it's usually a blip. Well, on this day, we turn on the radio to hear 53 minutes straight of Eminem songs, and yeah, it was on repeat. This had never really happened before, leading fans to immediately question it. Was this the start of something bigger? Well, we had no idea we'd have to wait a year and a half to find out the answer, but as a reward, we were treated to the Eminem concert. When I bring up characters like Thorne, people tend to forget just how important he was. Not only was he responsible for giving us the time machine that took everyone back to Chapter 1, but he was teasing this for months. In Kato's loading screen, you can see the time machine with a very specific date, July 12, 2018. This is the release date of Chapter 1 Season 5, and our first confirmation that we were going back to OG. And the teasers ramped up as this day would soon appear on the machine in-game before it was stolen and taken to Frenzy Fields, ready to actually take us there. Just like Fortnite Remix this year, they sent out packages to content creators, all in preparation to hype up the next season. One of our biggest mistakes as players is when we confuse a real teaser with an Easter egg. Sometimes we think references are foreshadowing and that hints are just simple Easter eggs. Well, that's what happened with the secret bunker of Chapter 5. This appeared out of nowhere one update, and when players finally got a glimpse inside, they were too distracted by the fact Weapon X had broken out of here, not realizing it was a lab that was created by mutants. So when we saw Banana Peel in one of the tanks, we shrugged it off as a funny reference. I mean, Fortnite had done it before in trailers, so just a running gag, right? That's until the Marvel season came out just a month later, revealing our latest Battle Pass skin, Peelverine. Okay, look, before I even open my mouth, I know I mentioned Peter Griffin a lot. I'm basically top 5 Griffin at this point, but details have come out about his release that nobody has ever talked about. In his backbling, you can equip the infamous Family Guy TV, but if you sit there and watch it, it's actually showing the iconic fight with the giant chicken. Not only was this how Peter got leaked in the first place, it was also secretly foreshadowing part 2 of the crossover, because just a month into Chapter 5, we checked the item shop and found Peter's nemesis, the giant chicken himself. One of the coolest ways Fortnite has ever revealed the future is when they dropped the Jug Band emote. This was just a regular day in the item shop. Absolutely no one paid attention to this thing because it wasn't Icon series or anything special. Well, we probably should have, because when you got all your friends to join in, the music was more familiar than we realized. If it's on the tip of your tongue, let me help you out. It is Poker Face by Lady Gaga. And considering this dropped in 2022, it was a super early reveal that she was coming to the game. And yes, 2 years later, Gaga finally took the stage to headline Fortnite Festival. That sort of reminds me of how they gave us a seemingly innocent item in Chapter 2 that was a really obvious reference. Creeping Cardboard was only in the game for a short amount of time, but you could just tell this was an homage to Metal Gear Solid. Clearly, it was showing how much Epic were fans of the series and were probably doing everything in their power to get Solid Snake in the game. They finally pulled it off in 2024 with the Metal Gear collab and an update to the cardboard box to make it official. Just like another crossover that keeps on coming back. Since Chapter 1, Epic has been collabing with Nike, from from a whole downtown drop mode in 2019 to Airphoria in 2024. They even started doing crossovers with other shoe companies like Adidas. Little did we know, all of these have been leading to a new cosmetic type: actual shoes. New leaks have revealed that soon we'll be able to customize our skins' footwear. Just imagine equipping a pair of Nikes with any skin you want. Perhaps the strangest teaser is one that's brand new: the mysterious reappearance of Cuddle team leader's head. It was first introduced in Vibin and didn't really have any importance until Epic randomly brought it back in Chapter 4. Fans theorized what this could be for, but it went nowhere, which made sense. The whole island was made from Fracture after all. Almost a year has passed since then, with players completely forgetting about it, until Epic randomly dropped it on the map again. As the last update before we leave this island, what could it possibly be for? We know we're heading into an end of the year party, so maybe this is a part of the giant buildup. We'll have to wait and see. Those are times Fortnite revealed the future. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.